Alright, hi everyone, and welcome to this 11th episode of the Git series, the series where we try to implement Git. And today we are going to try to run the application, try to save the blob, and try to read it then with Git. We have a few things to finish before that. The first thing is, so if we look in the main here, we can see that for the moment we are just handling text and file names. But if we look at the commands, we have the option of saving, which I put as a default to false for the moment. So we are going to need to make sure that we can handle this case. And so this is the first thing. And if we look at save, the usage of save here, we can see that it's not used actually anywhere. And that's a problem because we want to use it in the implementation of the hash object use case, all right? So we are going to need to fix that as well. And then hopefully we'll be able to actually call the function and see how it goes. Okay. So we can start by this one here. In this piece of code here, what's happening is that we are matching on the command that we are receiving, either it's hash text or hash file. And for the moment, we can see that we are ignoring the save parameter, whether we need to save or not, and we are calling the save all the time, which is a problem. So how do we fix that? Well, first we write a test. I'm just going to be a bit lazy here, and I'm going to just copy this test. Okay, it should be here. It should be a simpler test than that. So, and the test should be, so it should not call the repository, the object repository, if the comment is not specifying. If the hash, we said hash file command is not specifying it. Okay, cool. So we can get rid of that. We are still going to need the registry here. So just a quick reminder, the object or the repository mock, it actually registers all the operation that happens on this mock. So, no, actually we might need that, but we can keep one. We might need that because you can see here that when I removed it, this failed here, and I think we need that to be able to test what we want. And we are giving the registry to create the mock here. And okay, we are calling the use case with the hash file command here. I'm going to just call with one file, so I'm going to remove that. And we said that we want to call save false with save false. In the end, we are getting all the operations that happen on the object repository mock. And here we are going to be able to do some verify that this is actually empty. Do we have an asset empty by any chance? So looking in the web, in the documentation, we can actually use is empty. Okay. Yeah, I actually need to remove that. So now we expect this test not to pass. So if I loop run the main okay, hash use case. So obviously we expect the test to fail. Always we check that the test is actually failing for the right reason, and then we fix the code. Okay. So we expect the vector was not empty. That's great. So let's go back to our implementation. And here's going to be very easy with Zio. It's very easy. Zio if or when so I'm going to call that should save. And we're going to say when should save. Something like that. Now let's try to run that again. Perfect. Now it is passing. Good thing done. Okay, so we finished the first part of this episode, which was about like not calling the repository when the save option in the command is false. Now we can actually commit that. We can not save the object when the save option of the command is false. And we can now take a look at the second part, which was about refactoring main and extract the parsing and maybe the formatting part. So if we go to main, here I started by a very simple approach, just doing some pattern matching on the args that I receive, that the program receives. I know that this is going to have its limits eventually, so eventually we need to move to probably a specialized library to handle that. And the second problem of this program is that there are mixed concerns. There is the concerns of parsing, interpreting the args and transforming them as a command. And there is the concern of calling the command, in this case with the command, and then actually doing the formatting. So I like to separate that out so I can update the parsing part to create a comment, which is more or less this part. So let's try to extract that. I'm going to start by separating this thing into two. I want to have the part of calling the command in one hand and the part of extracting the command. So I want to have the part of extracting command first and then calling the use case. So I'm going to call comment equals, and I'm going to take that. I'm just going to take that and remove that and just keep the comment. Okay, so that way we extract the comment. And oh yeah, one thing that we forgot to do before actually is to check the tester passing for the main spec. So main spec. Yeah, documentation is missing. Let's see. Okay, the object repository here is. Okay, so actually I'm not too happy with this test. I think I'm gonna split it out because this is kind of an integration test. Like we are mixing the concerns of both parsing and formatting as well. I think I can extract, as I'm going to extract the formatting and the parsing part, I can have tests for them and be confident enough that it works. I don't need to have an integration test. So let's go ahead and continue doing that. And here what we are going to do is just call the hash use case with the comment that we received, that we extracted. Okay, that's the first step. We separated both of them. Now we can extract them in different files, potentially. Can we just... yeah, it'd be better to extract them in different files. So I'm going to create a new file. How can I do that? So in the infrastructure, this is infrastructure concerns because it's not domain related. This is a way to call the business logic, but that's not. We can very well imagine having I don't know, a socket that calls that the dismisses logic or HTTP endpoint. So the console is just another adapter, sorry. So I'm going to create a new package here, console. And in this console, I'm going to put the console command parser. Console command parser, which is going to contain that. Pass command. Okay, now I can just copy that. For the moment, I'm doing an object, but I believe that eventually we probably need to have layers. IntelliJ slow, and I'm just going to call it like that for the moment. Console command parser. command. And sorry dot. Okay, if we go there, let's spin up another test. Another test for that. Okay, we're gonna create a suite. Command console command parser, and gonna have a test. This test is gonna be called should extract. So the first one is hash text. Hash text command. Okay, something like that. And ConsoleCommandParsing dot parse command. If we give a chunk with so we said that it's text. Text and the second argument would be the actual text. Okay. Chunk. The chunk, perfect. And we just want in the end to comment. We should assert that extracted command equal to, I think it's equal to and the text in our case is going to be test contains. This needs to be an object. So why is he complaining here? I don't know. Let's try to run this test. Okay, yeah, I know what's happening. It's because we are not using the right assert. We need to import that and import everything in test. I would suspect as well. It's always good to check that the test is actually testing what we are looking for. So I'm going to change the expected result to see if the test is failing. Okay. So should extract the test command was not equal to, okay, perfect. So we can see that The test seems to be testing what we are expecting, so that's good. I am going to copy and paste that. Should extract a hash file command. So in that case, so if I provide like src hash scala or scala slash main.scala, we should have those two. Hash file, and again we can check the hash file is taking a list. Let's put an empty list for the moment. Okay, so the first test is still passing, and obviously now it's saying that we're getting an empty list. Well, we're expecting an empty list, but it's actually not. Okay. Oh, interesting. Oops. Yeah, actually, I wanted to create a file identifier. So there is a type that wraps that. Instead of being strings, actually file identifiers. Nice. Our tests are passing, and so there is something ambiguous in this test. Is that it's because of the default parameter here. So I'm gonna explicitly provide it save false. Here we are supposing that there is no tag, there is no special tag to save, so I'm gonna suppose it's false by default, and we are going to write a new test to be able to say that we want to save as well. So should extract hash file command and save with save option. And in that case, we are going to say that if the first parameter is save, for instance, I'm not sure that's the actual parameter of the command, I don't remember. I'm going to say true. Obviously, this is not going to pass because we don't have the business logic. Okay, so it's saying that the first test passing, but this one is not passing. Cool. Let's go to the implementation. And the way we can do that is quite easy. If we have the option save and file names, obviously here we want to save true. So here we can see that there is a bit of duplication here. There is probably a more elegant way of doing that. Like for instance, with function composition to improve that, because like this is quite similar here. Again, this is a very known business logic, very known use case, and I need to look at libraries to see that can handle that for us. Okay, nice. Now let's see. So it's the moment of truth. Let's see if it's gonna actually run. So if I do bloop run roots, okay. So that's the way we pass the parameters. And what I want to check is that actually I'm going to create a file first. So touch test.txt. And what I like to do is okay. We want to save text test.txt. Okay. So what we are expecting to happen here is that it's going to hash the file, it's going to read the file, it's going to hash the file, it's going to save it in the Git object repository, potentially. Actually, I don't think it's going to work because I didn't configure it right, so let's see what happens. Okay, nothing. Yeah, we have a problem with reporting errors. So I need actually to instantiate the object repository correctly here. And I suppose it's going to be object repository file system dot live, right? Do we have, there's a live, okay, and we need to specify the root, and the root is git slash git slash it's just git slash object, right? Okay, the root is git slash object. Now if you remember, we mentioned the configuration here. We never know if there is a slash at the end or not, and we had this discussion when we implemented that. So here we do not expect to have a slash. And now I suspect we should see the hash being printed. Okay, we have a hash. So let's go to our object repository slash e6 9. We have something here. Awesome. Let me find out the comments. I forgot to. Okay, it's cat file. The command here is cat file. So cat file, and I'm gonna specify this file. Okay, well, this file in this case is actually empty. So let's do it again for the text. Hello world. Okay, cat text. Okay, and we can run the command again, which should return another hash. Okay, that's another hash. And now if we do the cat file minus p, wow, that's so awesome. Well, I think that's a great conclusion of this episode. We are finally seeing some real world effects to what we've been working for so long. So I'm quite happy about that. So I think we can conclude this episode here. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.